Welcome to the Goosebump channel. So, I recently found this video. Let me take a step back. So, while I have many criticisms for how YouTube has changed over the years, there is one algorithmic change that I think is genuinely brilliant and has seriously made my experience of the platform way better. And that's how often modern YouTube will just recommend videos with less than 1,000 or even 100 views. I love it. I love clicking on videos with low view counts. Sometimes they're gold, often they're not, but still, I just enjoy experiencing these videos and sometimes supporting smaller creators, especially with the added fact that, you know, I'm in that category of smaller creators, hashtag subscribe. All that to say, this is exactly how I found the first video in the, let's call it the KiraKira dog series. Now at an incredible 4.2 million views, I found this video back when it was below 10,000 views on a voice call with a friend, and I was fascinated, honestly. There isn't that much to it visually speaking, just these compressed, nostalgic vistas of fireworks interrupted by videos of this dog. Well, I suppose dancing is the best way to describe it. Meaning here is hard to describe as well. Or maybe that's just a me thing. I think there's very intentional feeling of nostalgia present, but the dog's dancing also adds a layer of uncanniness that's hard to shake. I think part of it is that nostalgia, of course, the way the low video quality hides the details of the scene before us. The shot of the Torii gates especially feels like it could be hiding anything in that dense background. To compound that, there's the fact that this is a dog standing on its hind legs and dancing, which is uncanny for the most obvious of reasons. But searching for anything deeper at this point won't get us anything concrete. The next video in the series, while similar, is a bit more unsettling than the first one. There's no music, no changing backgrounds, just a dog standing there doing something that fits the description of dancing even less than before being interrupted multiple times by what feels like a camera zooming in on a CRT TV screen. The third video, however, really switches up the formula. Instead of the 2D videos from before, we open up on a 3D rendering of what seems to be a fish store, stocked to the brim with goldfish. Cutting to the next shot, our 3D rendering theory is confirmed as we see a 3D model of the dog from before, animated and no longer shoddily edited in front of a two-dimensional video background. After observing the small fish for most of the video, we cut to a shot of the dog walking through the aisle, within his arms a similar fish, though obviously a lot larger than any of the specimens in any of the tanks. The final shot of the video is of a blue crate at the end of an aisle, the dog's large fish presumably placed inside, though we don't get any confirmation of this fact. This video is a strange break from the established norm so far, as we completely change the medium from 2D to 3D, and we introduce something that begins to near a narrative, even though it's still quite rudimentary. I do think this is probably my favorite video of the series. I think it's got great atmosphere, and it's honestly the most truly unsettling and unnerving of all the videos on this channel. Moving on to video 4, we get a kind of merger of the style of the first two videos and video number 3. We have the 3D rendering still here, specifically being very noticeable in the model of the dog, the depiction of whom will continue to be the version of the dog we see throughout the rest of the series. But the vibe itself is closer to the first two, something between analog horror, old advertisements, and Web 1.0 aesthetics. We do get something interesting in this video that we haven't gotten yet though: text. The text is in Japanese, of course, but with a bit of translation, we can figure out what it says, and what we find confirms one of my previous assertions. This, referring to this specific video, is an advertisement of sorts, apparently for these gems that are shiny and that our illustrious dog friend would like to consume if he got the chance. Which all kind of seems like something of a non sequitur, if I can be honest. The last two videos of this series, up until now at least, are less interesting to me. Unlike all the previous ones, I think both of these kind of follow a very similar formula, one that is in and of itself very similar to video 3. Both of these videos are just our dog performing some kind of task or just dancing a little bit, and us watching him do so as we cut through a few camera angles. These are still good videos, they just don't reveal anything new to us or really do anything new. So is that it? Just 6 admittedly unnerving videos of a dog kind of dancing and a mystery that remains unsolved? Well, not entirely, no. The descriptions and titles of the videos, at least of the videos that do have titles, don't reveal anything new to us, unfortunately. Fortunately, however, what we can find is a Twitter account linked in the channel's description page. Most of these tweets are just cross posts of the YouTube videos, but as we scroll up to the more recent content, we begin to find some stuff that we haven't seen yet. For example, we can figure out that this dog has merch. Stickers, huh? I might just have to cop a few of those. Anyway, we quickly find out that this channel is much less of a creepy ARG thing than I originally thought, and that it certainly doesn't have any overarching narrative running throughout all of these videos. What I think this is that it's just some guy's fun art project that he's also lightly making some money off with things like merchandise and collaborations with Village Vanguard, whatever that is. So, is that a mystery solved? Unfortunately, yes. When I first found this video, this whole thing was a lot more mysterious, a lot closer to the chest. There was 1-2 videos out maybe, but now that I've really dug into it, I've come to realize it's really not all that deep. Not that that's a bad thing, mind you. While a lot of unsettling aura has disappeared for me regarding this project, I can still really appreciate a lot of the artistic intent behind it. I do think the person behind this project is very creative and that they've crafted a super cool aesthetic. And if you agree, consider giving them a subscriber on YouTube or a follow on Twitter. They deserve it. Maybe even get some of those stickers because I'm really considering it, man. But with all of that said, I think it's about time for me to head out. Mystery solved, monster unmasked, viewer satisfied? I hope. If you aren't though, consider telling me why in the comments below. If you did like the video, thanks for the support. Consider subscribing or maybe even giving me some money on Patreon. I appreciate every dollar. They help me in making sure I can stay on schedule. Even if you don't, I still love you. I hope you like this video and I'll see you guys in the next one.